Hi everyone, this workout segment is all about high intensity strength training. Now we'll be using our suspension cables to do one of the exercises, and then we're going to do the other exercise with a weight plate. Make sure you've got one of each at your disposal to get through this workout. Now it's going to be a pretty tough workout. We're going to combine two exercises and then we're going to go for 3 repeats before we actually stop and rest. We hope you guys enjoy this workout. This superset is abs rollout with the suspension cables and some side knee drops using the weight plate for balance. Abs rollout, you can see that we're starting from our knees and then rolling out with a nice neutral spine, so you've got to keep your abs nice and tight for this one. And the arms are remaining in front of you and they're soft straight the whole time. Tuck your head in as you drop into the rollout and then just work your way back up until your body's in a vertical position. Side knee drops, we're going to hold the weight plates nice and high for balance, and then it's just a matter of dropping your knees over to one side and then returning it back to tabletop and dropping it to the other side as well. Now we want to make sure that our knees don't actually touch the ground, so you've got to stop and use your obliques engagement to control the movement. Your turn to try this one.
It's a little too late to say that you're sorry now. You kicked me when I was down, but what you say just don't. It's a little too late to say that you're sorry now. You kicked me when I was down, but what you say just don't. Bitch, you can It's a little too late to say that you're sorry now. You kicked me when I was down, but what you say just don't. It's a little too late to say that you're sorry now. You kicked me when I was down, but what you say just don't. Bitch, you can little too late to say that you're sorry now. You kicked me when I was down, but what you say just don't. It's a little too late to say that you're sorry now. You kicked me when I was down, but what you say just don't. Bitch, you can It's a little too late to say that you're sorry now. You kicked me when I was down, but what you say just don't. It's a little too late to say that you're sorry now. You kicked me when I was down, but what you say just don't.
Ooh, this has got to be my favorite core combination of the day. It's going to be a tough one, guys. It's going to challenge you. So using our suspension cables, we're going to work a grandfather clock. So you want to push all the way back with your feet until you're pretty well balanced, and then it's just a matter of creating that movement from left to right, really engaging your abs and your obliques for this one as well. Now on the other side, we're working a seated Russian twist. So just a matter of twisting and moving the weight plate from one of your hips all the way to the other. Now you're going to see a couple of different variations of it. So Coach Levi is doing it with his heels planted on the floor, which is marginally easier. Now you'll notice when I do it, I'm actually doing it with my heels lifted off the ground. So as far as balance is concerned, that's going to challenge you a little bit more. Nice tough combination for you guys to try. Let's have a go. An excellent functional posterior exercise combination for this one, guys. We're going to work some reverse flies with the suspension cables, and we're going to couple it with some good mornings with the weight plates. Working your reverse fly, just make sure that the action is happening with soft, straight arms and that you're maintaining your body line throughout this exercise. So really feel that squeeze in the shoulder blades as you're pulling out. You're not pulling in towards your chest and then pulling out. You want to try and pull out with extended arms so that you're engaging the right areas. Using your weight plate to do your good morning, you just want to start off with your feet at shoulder width or even marginally wider. Keep your knees soft, straight, keep your spine nice and neutral, and keep the weight plate pressed against your chest. Elbows are tucked in, and just squeezing with your hamstrings, your glutes and your lower back, and lifting all the way up until you're nice and vertical. Your turn to try this one.
Turn it up!
a great core combination for this exercise, particularly for your lower abs, which are your weaker abs. And what we'll do is we'll start with a suspended pike using the suspension cables. So basically what you're doing is you're lifting your hips all the way up and just trying to keep your knees as straight as you can. So really trying to engage your hips and your lower abs to do this one. And then you're flattening back out to a plank. Now on the other side, we're going to hold the weight plate for support and we're going to work some lying tuck crunches. So it's a matter of extending your legs all the way out until they're nice and straight and then pulling your knees all the way into your chest, getting that tuck and getting that full engagement of the abs and then extending back out again. Your turn to try this combination.
Now that we found love, what are we gonna do with it? Now that we found love, what are we gonna do with it? Now that we found love, what are we gonna do?
And obliques and intercostals core combination for this one, guys. So this is really good for getting the tightness in the waistline and really getting those lines out where your ribs are and so on. So using the suspension cables, we're gonna work a twister. So just throwing your weight back and then drawing a semicircle in front of you with your legs nice and wide so you've got good support. Now make sure your arms remain soft straight throughout the twister motion. On the other side, we're going to hold the plate over our head and we're going to work some oblique tilts from there. So this is a hard variation of doing obliques tilts just because of where the weight plate is. We're going to work with our legs nice and wide, and you want to try and keep your knees straight for this one. Tilt to one side, bring yourself back into your vertical stance, and then hit the other side as well. Your turn to try this combination. couple of glutes bridge variations for this particular exercise. So it's basically a suspended glutes bridge using your suspension cables and a weighted glutes bridge using your weight plate. The technique is pretty much the same. So you want to make sure you're lifting with your hips all the way up until you've got a straight line from your shoulder all the way to your knee, and then dropping back down until you're in your relaxed position. Now, using the suspension cables, try not to let your tailbone touch the floor, whereas when you're using the weight plate, it can touch the floor. A couple of different variations that feel slightly differently, but they essentially work the same region. Your turn to try this combination.
Travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody
For this combination, we're working angel wings using your suspension cables, and on the other side, we're doing a halo with your weight plate. So starting with your angel wings, you want to throw your weight forward into an abs rollout to start the exercise. And then once you get there, there's no movement in your body. So it's just a matter of getting those arms out all the way into a crucifix and then working your way back up into that abs rollout. So the pressure's changing from your abs to your chest and so on. Very important to maintain a neutral spine throughout. So make sure that you don't start to dip your hips forward, because that's going to put some pressure on your back. Using your weight plate to do your halos, now you can see that we're alternating from one side to the other with this one. So what this does is it forces you to stop and really engage your core once your arms are extended out in front of you. Now start off with your feet at shoulder width or even marginally wider. Make sure your knees are slightly bent and your back's protected. And then it's just a matter of rotating the weight plate around your head and extending your arm right out. Let's try this combination.
that you walking. Then a sign at the window that he stuck you. I can send your Randy. He come into your apartment and the blood stains on the carpet. And then you ran into the bedroom. You were shut down. It was shut down.
Well done for getting through this challenging workout. Please take a few minutes to stretch and cool your body down before finishing. Comment and let us know what you thought of the workout, and remember to subscribe for your daily workout fix.